Hey guys, so the book I'm reviewing today is a biography written by Jeanette Eaton and illustrated by Elton C. Fox. The book is called A Trumpeter's Tale. The story is of the young famous jazz musician Louis Armstrong, otherwise known as Satchmo. The book is a chapter book consisting of 6 chapters and 191 pages. The Lexile level is 600L, so I would suggest this book for any student between 4th and 6th grade. However, because of the time era, the book does contain a few derogatory terms, 2 to be precise, as well contains some general racial themes. Because of this, I would suggest this book be read with students in the higher rather than lower grade levels, or at least make sure whoever is reading it that the students are aware of the context beforehand. The book does contain a few pen illustrations depicting Armstrong or the setting that the book is talking about. However, the majority of the book is text. The biography mainly covers Armstrong's first 30 years of life and primarily his childhood as he goes through some music success and life perils. These imperils include racial abuse, poverty, and struggle for consistent, prolific success within the music industry. Louis Armstrong was born in August 4th, 1901 in New Orleans, Louisiana, and the setting and time of his life is very apparent. The book portrays Armstrong swimming, catching frogs in swamps, and his town's economic troubles as they go through World War I. Most importantly, Louis Armstrong and his family members' voices are told in a southern Louisiana dialect. This dialect is extremely similar to Huckleberry Finn, with the author purposely writing out slurs and mispronunciations of words. For example, one time Louis Armstrong says, "Who dat? They living around here?" And the text is spelled with like D-A-T and D-E-Y for day. The plot, as said before, is mostly about Louis Armstrong as a kid, where he learns to play the cornet from being incarcerated as a child for shooting a gun in the air, and then he gets hired in the jail/school's band. Although the book is a biography about one of the most revolutionary jazz musicians and cornet players of all time, the book in no way whatsoever is bogged down with musical jargon nor complexity. The book does talk about some of his famous songs, such as Tiger Rag, and the difference between New Orleans jazz / Chicago jazz and New York jazz. However, besides that, the author mainly focuses on his life and slowly how Louis Armstrong finds success through tenacity and hard work. This is also what I would say is the main theme of the book, which is to achieve your own dreams by consistent effort and true love of what you do. Nevertheless, I think this book does a great job of conveying the time era. What I'm most impressed with is how the author displayed the racial tension in the book without being too crass or vulgar. This is an extremely difficult line to walk, and I think the author does it extremely well. I'd recommend this book to be used for a history class because of how well it depicts the setting. As well, I would also suggest this for any young aspiring musicians. This is a great inspirational text for anyone starting off trying to get their music going. Overall, I really enjoyed the book, and I think I learned a lot about Louis Armstrong and general New Orleans life of the time of 1900s.